Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're looking at the present perfect continuous tense in English. Let's go to the intro. Now, as I said before the lesson began, the focus of today is the present perfect continuous tense. Now, at this stage of your English, you should be familiar with the present perfect and also probably the present perfect continuous, but I'm just going to show you how we use this tense in English. Now, the present perfect and the present perfect continuous are used to relate past events with the present, but the difference is with the present perfect continuous that the event may or may not still be continuing, okay? Now, the first thing we're going to look at today is the structure. So we have or has been plus an ing verb, okay? Now, let's have a look at some examples. She has been waiting here for ages. She has been waiting here for ages. Now, this tells me that there is a person waiting. She has been here for a long time, and she is still waiting to see the doctor, to see the nurse, to see the dentist, or whatever she is waiting to do. She's still doing it. So she has been waiting here for ages. The negative, she hasn't been waiting long, okay? She's waiting there, but she hasn't been waiting for long, okay? The negative structure. And the question, have you been waiting for long? Have you been waiting for long? This would be the question that the person asks the lady when they finally call them for the appointment. Have you been waiting long? Sorry if that is the case. I'm sorry that you have been waiting for a long time. Now, this last example here, petrol prices have been rising steadily for 6 months. So we get the impression that the prices started to rise 6 months ago. Steadily rising. Petrol prices have been rising steadily for 6 months, okay? They continue to increase, the petrol prices. As we know, petrol prices tend to go up. They rarely come down. So petrol prices have been rising steadily for 6 months. Now, the second thing we're going to look at is recently completed actions. We can use the continuous tenses here for recently completed actions. Look at the example. What's that red stuff on your shirt? Somebody asks. And you reply, it's paint because I've been painting. Doesn't necessarily mean that in this particular moment you are still painting, but you have been painting, okay? So it's a recently completed action. I have been painting. The second example, someone's been smoking pot. I can smell it, okay? Somebody's been smoking a joint or smoking pot. The smell is in the air. You can still smell it. Somebody has been smoking pot. Somebody has been smoking pot. I can smell it. Again, not necessarily still smoking at this particular moment. We don't know, but we can smell it. So somebody has been smoking pot. And the third example here is with repeated actions, okay? Example, the dog's been barking today non-stop. The dog's been barking today non-stop. So the dog starts barking, woof, 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 stops for a little while, woof, woof, woof again, stops, woof, woof, woof. The dog's been barking today non-stop. And this example, he's been asking the council to remove the rubbish for weeks. This man has a problem. There's rubbish in his street. He's been asking the council or the town hall to remove the rubbish. He's been calling them up repeatedly. So he's been asking the council to remove the rubbish for weeks, for a long time. So it's a repeated action. Now, I'll be back in a second with a clean board and some more examples of how we use the present perfect continuous. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, back again. Now, the last two things I'm going to show you with regard to the present perfect continuous is that we can use it in time expressions with for, since, recently, lately, for example. Look at these examples. I've been running 3 times a week since March. Okay, I've been running 3 times a week since March. He's been driving since 1986. Doesn't mean that he's been continuously on the road, but he's had his license or his driving permission since 1986. She's been complaining a lot recently. Okay, her complaints have increased. She's been complaining a lot recently. But look at this example. I was speaking to Louis yesterday. I was speaking to Louis yesterday. Asterisk. Now, fixed time expression. So we can't use the present perfect continuous with a fixed time expression. So we have to use, in this sense here, for example, the past continuous. I was speaking to Louis yesterday. Okay? Finished. I was speaking to Louis yesterday. If we said, I have been speaking to Louis a lot recently, there would be no problem. Okay? So we could use it in that sense. But with a finished reference, no. And lastly, how long? Okay, so when we want to talk about how long something has been going on for, or if we ask this question or we want to give a reply that answers this question, how long have you been living in Spain? Okay, how long have you been living in Spain? Too long. How long have you been living in Spain? And Sam's been dating Erica for 6 years. He has been dating Erica for 6 years, so a long time. In this sense, we could also use the present perfect, the normal present perfect. We could say, how long have you lived in Spain? Or how long has Sam dated Erica for? There would be no problem. But we can also use the present perfect continuous tense here. Okay. Now, thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments or any questions, please leave them below. Also, please try to share the video on social media, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Google Plus page. Share the video, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.